Good evening, good people. This is Top Sense Vlogs Real Time with Real Talk once again with my brother. Hey, he said he would go ahead and do an interview, so I wanted to hear what he had to say. This man right here, we went through a lot. And very proud of him. But anyway, brother, how you doing?
Doing good.
That's good. Or should I say, Lindsay, how you doing? Look, I'm glad you agreed to do this interview. I appreciate it.
No problem.
That's what's up. And so I got a few questions for you, and please share your wisdom with everybody. First question, sir. How do you deal with your problems?
Well, first, what I like to do is I like to compare and contrast and organize all the facts.
Okay.
And then work with that. Like, for example, I like to break them down into two categories. First category is things that I can control. The second category is things that I cannot control.
Okay.
Well, the first thing I do is I lay the groundwork, the foundation. I name all the things that I cannot control that are beyond my power. Once I get those down, then that's when I focus on accepting that as the reality, and then going through the list of things that I can change, and things that I do have power and control over.
So you organize it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yes,
Because
I
mean, there's no need for you to worry about stuff you can't control. So I guess that would be
Exactly.
that'd be a good thing to do. Just let it go. You can't control it, let it go.
Yeah.
All right, well that's cool. I appreciate that one. Now, you had advice for older folks.
Mm-hmm.
What would it be?
Well, for the older generation, you have to give them credit for, obviously, and this is true whether you want to believe it or not, they do give the best advice.
Okay.
But like all things in life, we tend to forget our way just a little bit. We tend to forget our own values, morals, goals, things like that. And I feel the older generation does that from time to time because they're getting older, the situations of the world becomes a little bit more barren. It's only natural that they forget.
Okay.
And they can give you the greatest advice in the world, and sometimes they just happen to forget it themselves. So my advice would be to just remember your own values.
Okay.
Remember your own beliefs, your own goals, your own path, your own, message.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. So, that being said, for the good old younger folk, what would you have advice for them?
Well,
I know it's a good one, right?
yes it is. Yes it is.
Don't you fit that category?
Yes, basic, more on that side I am. I can give advice for this because this is what I've always done. For the younger generation, always, even if you don't believe it, always remember the advice that the older generation gives you. Even if you don't even believe it, even if you know for a 100% undeniable fact that they are incorrect.
Okay.
That they don't know what they're talking about on that particular instance. Always take what they say into consideration regardless. Keep it in the back of your mind. Even if you disagree or you don't believe, just hold on to it because you will be surprised exactly how much trouble that can actually keep you out of. You'll be surprised at how many pitfalls in life that can keep you out of and safe.
So it's not like to me, you're saying if you 100% feel like they're not right, but remember anyway, because later on in life, you might find out that they were right.
Just in case, you never know. You know how life can be.
Yeah, that's
true. So it's always good to hold on to whatever they tell you, even if you know the opposite, even if you're going to do the opposite. Just hold on to it. Just holding it in your mind can go a long way.
Okay, it can help you in the long run. All right, fair enough. Now, in general, how do you think we as people should live our life?
We should live our lives, what I feel is, try not to take as many risks. Like, I'm not saying that not to take risks at all, because who knows, out of some of the most daring risks ever made in history, some of the greatest inventions been created. So,
Right.
but to be slow with taking chances, with taking risks, with gambling, anything of that nature. Just
Okay. In other words, stay out of harm's way.
Exactly.
Okay.
Stay out of harm's way. That's a good way of putting it.
Okay, I got you. Now, here we go.
Okay.
All right. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In 5 years,
What are your plans?
well, first of all, alive and well.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, definitely that. And next up, I do plan on getting into some type of ownership with whether it be business-wise, real estate, or employment, things like that. I see myself owning a company of some sorts and running it and managing it. Even if I am the only employee, it's just something, a certain sustainable income that will keep me and my family comfortable and happy.
And you plan on doing that within the next 5 years, huh?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, good goals, man. Good goals. I ain't know that. That's what's up. So with that being said, where do you envision yourself once you retire from working?
I envision myself with my family above all things, with the ones I love the most. They're right there with me, enjoying life as well, because that will keep me happy. And that will keep me comfortable, knowing that they're comfortable and they're safe and they're happy.
That's what's up. I mean, in travel plans, y'all gonna see the world. You just gonna staycation.
Maybe a little bit of that here and there. I'm personally not that much of a traveler, but I'm fine with basically getting out, seeing different sites other than the same four walls of this one particular state. So.
Okay, I feel you. I got you. So in other words, you just want to be happy.
Exactly. That's my main goal with that.
But you gonna have that business still running.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you're gonna be happy and wealthy.
Oh yes. Yes.
Oh yes. Okay.
That's definitely the end goal. So yeah.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this then.
Mm-hmm.
This is a new section I started called Speaking Out.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what I'm saying to you in this section is, of your choice, is there anything that personally gets to you? It don't matter what it is.
Actually, yeah, I do. It's I'd like to speak about a recent situation that's basically been happening in the hip hop world, and maybe some of y'all out there might be familiar, might not be familiar with it. But a week ago today, we lost a certain individual. His stage name was Nipsey Hussle.
Yes.
He was unfortunately gunned down in a parking lot outside of a business that he had owned and operated himself.
Okay. I heard about that.
Yes.
I think everybody heard about that one.
Now, and the thing with that is, I'm going to go out of my way a little bit, but I'm also going to come back around to the point. But me personally, I barely ever heard Nipsey Hussle's music, but yet I've known of the man for the last 12, 13 years. And every time I heard his name come up in a news article, it was always something positive, always something uplifting. He was always giving back to the community, whether it be taking the teachers of his old elementary school out on a shopping spree for their students, or, you know, employing the neighborhood drunk to clean up the parking lot outside of his place of business, or, you know, encouraging other music artists in the music business to actually own their masters, to make their own record labels, and to encourage people to own land, real estate, paintings, artwork, anything that would appreciate in value and gain over time.
Okay.
And now that right there should show you something. This famous rapper that I barely ever heard his music over the last 13 years, but yet I knew his character, what he wanted to encourage other people to do as well. Now that should speak volumes. A music artist where I barely ever heard their music, but I knew of their actions.
Okay.
That right there.
So what does it speak to you?
What basically that means to me is the only thing of value that you leave behind are the memories that you leave with the people you interact with.
Okay.
And it's always important to, every step of the way, build the greatest memories you can. Because if you are a terrible person and you unfortunately move on, you will be left behind with the memory of you being a terrible person.
And that's not a good thing. I agree with you, brother. But you have grown up since I was pushing you around in the stroller. Wow, listen at you. Okay.
Thank you.
That's what's good. But I'm proud of you, brother. I really am proud of you.
Thank you.
That's what's up. So, do you have any shout outs? Anybody want to say what's up to? How you doing?
I want to say, I want to give a quick shout out first, of course, to my mom, our mom, basically, I should say, yes, because same woman birthed both of us. But yeah, without her wisdom, though, I don't know where I would be. It's always good to have someone like that in your corner.
True.
No matter what, no matter where you are, what you're going through.
So true.
And my girlfriend, the love of my life, Danita. I love her very much. Thank you. Hope you watch this. I do. I know how you are with that, but I mean, you'll get around to it, which is a good thing, and so you'll crack jokes and all that other stuff eventually.
That's all right. That's
hey,
all right.
It's all love, though. That's her way of
Danita?
showing love, and hey, I wouldn't have it any other way, though. And she definitely inspires me to be greater myself. So.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yep.
You keep up the good work, Danita.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Keep up the good work, girl. Yes. You got my attention with that. You go ahead with your bad self.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Brother Lindsay.
No problem. Thank you.
And I appreciate you spending the time giving your input as you did, and it was very touching. I liked it, honestly. And to the viewers, you stay beautiful, stay strong, and here's some more videos for you to watch. Keep you on the right path. God bless, and you have a blessed day.